Hi everyone, my name is Julie Smith and this is the video on my interview with my healthcare professional. So I just want to start off with coming to the fact that there's so many career fields in the world, so how can you actually pick one? There's so many jobs that are being created and evolving and even dying out because of technology, but if you really think about it, the only profession that I think that could never completely be taken over by technology is the healthcare field with nurses and doctors. A robot could take vitals and do surgeries with minimum error, but would you be able to get that personal interaction and personal affection with the robot as you do with humans? Probably not. I also think that nursing is probably one of the toughest jobs out there. You deal with so many patients with so many different personalities and their families' different personalities. You have to work crazy long hours with super weird work schedules, high pressure situations. You have to be able to work with change because healthcare really is a forever developing field. So getting into how my profession was, I interviewed Becky Abate. I interviewed her because I think I would say that she's one nurse that I know really well and was probably the main reason why I wanted to get into the healthcare field. She's an LPN at the Villa at Suffield Meadows in Warrenton, Virginia. That's in Fauquier County. And she used to work at Piedmont Pediatrics as well in Warrenton, but has just recently switched. The Villa is an assisted living facility that's open to seniors over the age of 55 with a mission to provide compassion in a warm environment for their residents. Her work schedule is 3 days a week for 12 hours, which is the only thing that she really complained about with her job throughout the whole interview. And though it sounds cliche and kind of like the answer that everyone gives, she loves her job because she's always helping others and and she very quickly responded with how she loves the bond that she has with her patients. So at work, when she works, she's the head charge nurse, and she has multiple CNAs working under her. It's actually kind of funny because I know most of the CNAs. They all got their CNA certification in high school as a travel student from another high school in the county, and so they went to the same high school as me, and I know most of them. Becky identified her and the CNAs as a hardworking team in the workplace. She structured her organization the same way that most other businesses do, with a head person on top, and that would be the director of nursing, followed by other administration, like front desk, manager, that kind of thing, and then the nurses, the actual hands-on people. When I asked her about challenges for her job, she said that the conflicts were not so much related to the administrative side of working a business, but more of the patient care side, and that could be because of her position as a nurse. Though it's not a problem that can necessarily be fixed because of where she's working, she said the most difficult and challenging part would be working with the dementia patients. This is not because of the lack of patients that she has or the lack of patients that the resident has, but it's just more of seeing the personal pain of seeing the decline of the patient. She actually shared a story with me of when she was giving a resident their morning medicine. The resident was telling Becky that she was going to have lunch with her husband today and how excited she was for it and how the husband should be here any minute now. But Becky knew that this resident's husband had died many years ago, but with the dementia, unfortunately, she couldn't remember. The way that Becky and the rest of the nurses who have to deal with this kind of thing with dementia patients can say is to just agree with the residents. She said that she had said to the patient, oh yeah, he should be here in an hour or two when it's time for lunch. Are you excited? What are you going to wear today? What do you think he's going to wear? And all that. And I asked her if she had felt guilty for basically lying to the dementia patient that her dead husband is going to rise from the dead and come and have lunch with her. And she said no, because if she had told her, I'm sorry, honey, but your husband died 3 years ago, then the patient would come upset, maybe even brazen or aggressive, not comply with what Becky's trying to do to help her. But instead, Becky agreed with her and was saying, oh yeah, like she'll come by, he'll come by, no problem. Because then she'll continue the day being happy and eventually forget the thought that she's supposed to have lunch with her husband. She said that it's worth having the patient happy over something that she's going to forget than make her sad and upset for a little bit of time and have that feeling of, man, I think I was sad earlier today inside. During the interview, I asked if there were any goals or challenges in the workplace, and Becky was a little hesitant. She said that a goal that she had made personally when working is to make sure that she sits with the residents and chat with them every single work shift. She tries to connect with each person and create a bond to let him or her know that she's there because she actually cares and she wants them to be happy and healthy and alive still. And it's not because of the paycheck. She said that the love of her job, how much she loves her job, motivates her to contribute towards continuous improvement. When it came to the challenges at the villa, she did mention the recent change in pharmacies. She said it wasn't a serious problem, but it did cause a little fuss, just trying to remember to click on the new pharmacy instead of the old pharmacy, or making sure that all the prescriptions were switched over. She thinks that the main reason for this change was due to financial reasons, just a cheaper pharmacy, really. But she did not mention any resistance to change. Once it was changed in the computers, everything had basically changed. The way that they keep everyone proficient is to continuous improvement of monthly training for the employee. Continuing on the topic of top performance, she did mention that employees do get rewards or recognition for a job well done. Coworkers can recognize each other, and there's also an Employee of the Year. And those awards can be traded in for like movie tickets or gift cards, break snacks. She said even a paid day off, which is really cool. She gave me 5 driving factors that contribute to her definition of high standards, and she gave me the following. Personalized care for each patient. Obviously, every patient's different. Some may have dementia, some may have Alzheimer's, some just maybe getting old and maybe they fell over, broke the hip, and now they can't live on their own. She wants to find the need for each individual, know what each person needs. If it is that they just want a cup of tea at 12 o'clock every day, then she'll make that happen. If it is they just want to be talked to, she'll make that happen. She wants to give each patient one-on-one care. She wants the patient to know that while she is in the room working with them, they are her top priority. Treat each patient with respect and dignity. Even though Becky seems to be the authoritative person when she goes in to check on them because she is the head nurse, she wants them to know that I still respect your decision, and if you want to do something more than what I'm doing, I will take it into consideration. Respect their privacy. I mean, they went from living on their own in their own home, to now living in a nursing home. So don't go in there when you know they're changing, or don't go in there when you know they're using the bathroom, that kind of thing. And finally was to integrate patients' needs with family wishes. So if a patient needs something specific, know that she needs to take care of the patient, but if the family member doesn't want it done that way, maybe try and find an alternative to do it to them. That way the family's happy too. But overall, I would say that she follows the golden rule by treating each person how she would want to be treated if she was in that situation. Finally, over the next 5 years, Becky hopes to go back to school and get her RN and hopefully move to the hospital. Most RNs in that facility, in that workplace specifically, do move over to the hospital. And with her workplace offering tuition assistance, continual training, and improvement, employee morale, welfare, it just seems to set the organization up for success. So in conclusion, Becky loves her job and genuinely cares for each resident in the senior home.